Good afternoon, or should I say good evening, good evening, good good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is Dalek 451, the new Dalek Emperor. How are you all doing out there today? And I'm just doing this little live stream here I because I thought that, well, it's I was looking at my subs not that just earlier on, and I saw I'd actually hit 140 subs. So I wanted to do this quick live stream to say thank you very much to everybody who who got me up to this. I've been waiting to hit this number for a little while. Thank you very much, and hello to Potato Revan in the chat. Thank you for popping in. Good evening. Good evening to you. Congrats on 140. Thank you, Revan. Now I've sent out a couple of a few invites already before I started to a couple of people. I hope they are able to join me for this little celebration stream of mine. And hello to Lorenzo Slista. Good to see you. I don't remember seeing you here. Well, thank you for coming in. Well, I've not been on. I've not been on YouTube much lately, have I? I was in the captain's stream last night for a little bit, but first live stream of my own in a few days. And hello to Rod Thunderheart. Good to see you. Awesome, damn man, love to come on, but I'm getting some groceries. Kind of also listening to Midnight's Edge on my PS4. Fair enough, Rod. Thank you. Much appreciated, Rod. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's been 140 subs. It's been a while. Been a while getting here. I've been asking to get me up to this for a few weeks now, and here I am finally 140. So hopefully next stop 150. Yeah, I know I understand that. Revan's can't join me just yet. Rod is busy, but if anyone out there watching this wants to come up and join me to join this little celebration of mine, please do feel free. The link is in the chat. Congrats! Thank you, Lorenzo. And again, welcome to my channel. Great to see. Always great to see new people in the chat. I wonder if the captain's too. I wonder what the captain's doing. Is he too busy to join me right now? Hang on just a sec, folks. I'm just gonna message the good captain. Let's see. Captain just went live. Are you free to join? You're free to join. Okay, let's see what he says in a sec. And Dalek, don't bite guys, he nibbles. But it's the first time I've seen notification that you are streaming. Right, right, I see. Well, I'm glad that you finally you actually got notifications about from my channel, Lorenzo. And Rod says I do have lots to chat about. I've tried that MUD-WTR, and since I got it, I've been having terrific sleeps and been working crazy on my books. Oh, that's great, Rod. That's fantastic. That's very good. Very glad to hear that. I wonder. Mud. Oh, hello to Disaster Area. Thank you very much for popping in as well. Good to see you. My mud water. Oh, mud water. That's right. I don't know what mud water is, but glad it's working for you. So, Dalek, what you're saying is the long road getting from there to here. Pretty much, yeah, Revan. It has been. I mean, it's actually now been. I've actually now been doing this whole YouTube thing for almost a year now. I think it was like around the 8th of October last year that I did my very first live stream. I had a good number of people popping in for that. Rod, son, and hello to Son of a Red Shirt. Thank you sir, coming in. Dalek 451, super cool. 140 subs of achievement unlocked. I'm very happy for you, buddy. You certainly earned it. It's been tough road, but you keep it up. Before you know it, we'll be here for 4 years, for 451st sub stream. For your foot. All right. That actually would be very fitting now that I think about it, Rod. To reach 451 subs. That would be very fitting. I should do maybe I should do a special live stream just for that. That would be perfect. And hello to Lorenzo says, "Hey, to Son of a Red Shirt." Revan says, I was on your first stream, Dalek. It's been a fun trip." Yes, yeah, Revan, you were there for that. And Rod says, "Thank you. Smash that like, people." Yes, that would be great if you could do that. Smash that like button. Thank you for that, Lorenzo. I respect Daleks, so people have good values. Yeah. Thank you. Yes, of course we do. Oh man. As well, folks, as always, look, StreamYard's kind of lagging on my laptop. I just don't know why it does it. And click that like button, stroke his subscribe, and flick his bell. like a like a cat. Lick, stroke, and flick. Yes, thank you for that, Revan. So like I was saying, it has been. I think it has been almost a year since my very first live stream. I think it'll be my first. Actually, wait, no, not my first live stream. That's wrong. Not my very first live stream. My very first video, I should say, because Lorenzo, I like stroking pussies. So do I. So do I, Lorenzo. So do I. Oh, we've got our first guest. Hello, son of a red son.
Hello, Dialect 451 on this auspicious occasion. Here to celebrate 140 subscribers. About
Yes.
time. May I ask one question, though? And I
What?
hesitate because I don't want you to take it the wrong way. Why did you pick
Yes.
140 as opposed to, say, 150 or a more conventional number? Like just
suppose I should.
140, is there a meaning behind it for you? Is 140 a special number, or am I overthinking
I,
this?
I suppose. I suppose if you think about it, I should have waited till 150 to do something like this.
Well,
But
you know what, buddy? That shows your energy. You can't be bothered to wait for 150. You want to get
I
out
think.
and
I mean,
celebrate your
as far as
well-earned 140.
I think, as far as I'm concerned, reaching 100, just reaching, once 110 something, one of the
Mm-hmm.
something is an achievement. That's a goal in itself.
Oh, it
So
certainly
so
is.
so yeah. I mean, I've been asking people in other streams get me to 140, and now I'm finally here. So
Well, yeah, and you earned it, pal. You've been doing this now for what? A little under a year?
I'm just under a year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you know what? It's every big YouTuber I ever heard, everyone says the same thing. The first year was brutal. They wanted to give up a dozen times. What's his name? Critical Drinker had a good episode on that, where he opened up to he answered some YouTubers' questions. He was like, "Yeah, that first year, so many times I wanted to pack it in. You know, I thought nobody was listening, nobody gave a fuck, but you stick with it, and before you know it, you're out selling dialect theme merchandise and being sued by the creators of Doctor Who."
Oh,
So you know,
that would be brilliant if I could do
just
that.
around the corner. Mind if I address a couple of the chats here?
Sure, go ahead.
So it says, looking down here, my good pals Rod Thunderheart, Lorenzo Sleestack, Potato Rivan, Potato. Top of the morning to you, Potato. Boy, I've been telling that guy the same joke for like a year. He must hate me by now. He quite conscientiously brings up a good point. Lick that like button, stroke his subscribe, and flick his bell.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
love
get that personal about it. I'd say smack that like button as though we're a redheaded donkey stepchild that owed you money, but to each their own. Potato says, also, it does that in case you go crazy and off yourself on stream. It rules since it happened on TV. There's a delay to cut you off before they see anything. If you ever saw the movie Network,
We've got
Potato.
We've got two new people in the chat. Hello to Christian Phantom Geek. Good to see you. And hello to Hakeem. Great to see you, my friend. You've been.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Or I think it's either Hakeem or Hakime. I don't think he cares either way.
Right. Hakime is what I took, but if I've been pronouncing it wrong, I apologize. I didn't know. Sorry to slow your roll there.
I think he actually did once tell me that he prefers Hakeem. So yeah, Hakeem.
Does he? Okay.
I think he did say that.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever he prefers, that works with me. Disaster Area 2 slipped in here. I didn't notice that. Disaster. Good to see you, buddy.
And I think oh yeah, I said hello to Disaster Area. I think I said hello to him as well. Yeah, hello to Disaster and another party 150. Exactly. I'll do another stream like this once I hit 150. Yes. Because in my opinion, at this point, every 10 subs is a win.
Sure is. But that's it. It's a grind. You know Jedi Bill quite well. You've been on his show numerous times.
I've been on Bill's show a good few times. Yeah.
Sure. But you've seen his grind. Like a year ago, I think he was what, about 450, give or take? About a year from now, he's at 1,600.
He's at 1,600. Wow.
Yeah. But where I'm getting at is that success breeds success. And keep at it. Keep getting your face out there. Keep getting your voice out there. Keep getting your message out there. People are listening. They're coming by. And they see you out on other people's channels, whether you're on Jill's or hanging out with whomever. The point is that you're an active member of the community.
Yeah. I hang out with quite a few people. Jill, the Captain, Sci-Fi Nation. I show up in quite a few places. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And that's good. You got to keep that visage up. You got to keep your face out there, your hand in the game, so to speak. Yeah. And you are. You definitely are. Potato Raven had said earlier on, he said something about when he was reaching something. I wanted to read for you. Can't see Richard's avatar. Oh, yeah. Is that still a problem, guys? I tried swapping out. Can you not see my avatar? Because I'm looking on my phone. On my phone, it's different because I just have StreamYards open. Well, but if I'm white nippling it,
well, actually, I've got the stream up on my tablet next to me, and like I usually do, and your avatar is not showing up on YouTube. It is on StreamYard though.
Right. Well, I turned it on and off. I don't know why it's doing that. It's weird with StreamYard. I shouldn't go off on a tangent. I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but for the longest time, I go on people's shows, and I didn't know much when I first started. Like none of us did. And when I went, I think it was Bill's show, the first time I did StreamYards, I picked a couple of goofy avatars, and then I ended up stuck with them. I didn't know you had to be a member of StreamYards to get more than 2 swings at the bat with an avatar. So one is this is a still from the Canadian animated movie Rock and Rule, and the other is
is that what this avatar is?
Yeah. Did you ever see Rock and Rule? Dialect?
I don't think I've heard of it. No.
It's Canadian animated film. You must have heard of Heavy Metal at some point.
Yeah, Heavy Metal.
I hope you have. No. The movie Heavy Metal came out in 1981. Canadian animated film, starred a whole shitload of people doing the voices for, Heavy Metal magazine. The Metal Hurlant in Europe, I think. It's a French magazine. Was super popular in the 70s, and it's still out today. They tell just a beautiful magazine dedicated to science fiction, off-the-wall stories. It's all illustrated. I'm really surprised you haven't heard of that, being European.
I'm sorry, I haven't.
Has anybody in the chat? Tell me I'm not going crazy. I'm not babbling some psycho old man stuff here. Somebody here has heard of Heavy Metal, I hope.
I mean, it's
film.
It's kind of a funny. It's kind of ironic, I guess, considering the kind of music I really like.
Yeah. Oh boy, buddy. You know what? I'm trying to put together my channel, and one of the early things I want to do is a watch party for Heavy Metal because nobody talks about that movie. It's depressing. I would love to have you on there when I make that happen.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah.
I really think you'll enjoy this movie. It's very adult. I don't know exactly, like I do know you, but I don't know really how easily offended you are by nudity or graphic violence. But there is a bit in this movie.
I'm not particularly put off by it.
Right. It's a restricted movie. I tell you, it's a personal movie for me because I got my love of movies from my father. And I was terrified of my father when I was a little kid. He was a big, tough Australian guy that'd give you the back of his hand, as soon as say good morning to you. Like impossible to please, very physical.
Right.
But one thing we did bond on was film. And he was always impressed with my ability to sit down and shut up. My sister couldn't do it, but I could sit and watch movies and not make a noise and just lose myself in them. And one way we'd spend time together is he'd take me to movies. And I knew about heavy metal, but I didn't really know what it was. I just saw the poster. I read something, this animated movie coming out, and I knew I wanted to see it. So I talked to my dad. Again, when I get there, it's restricted, but my old man could charm anybody. And he just like 2 seconds with this like 16-year-old kid at the counter selling the tickets. And we had our tickets to go in to see heavy metal.
Right.
And going, and I'm sitting in the theater, and the theater was almost packed. And a couple of college kids sit down beside me. And to me, like at this age, I'm 11 years old. They're adults, right?
Right.
And the guy beside me, my dad gets up to go get popcorn or something. And the guy elbows me, says, "Hey, buddy," he says, "you mind if I ask, how'd you get in here?" I said, "Well, my dad brought me." I said, "Your dad brought you?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Dude, you got the coolest dad ever." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." I'm thinking, okay, that's nice of him to say. I had no idea what I was in for. It's like wall-to-wall tits, sex, violence, gore. I had a hell of a time.
Sounds awesome.
It is. Really fun movie. Great soundtrack of a 70s metal. It's a who's in that thing.
Right.
It's definitely worth your time to check it out.
Sounds great. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do a watch party for that, I'd love to join that. Yeah.
Definitely. Yep, that is definitely on the list, my brother. I'm just suggesting to you clear up some chats because it looks like we're falling behind. There's a lot of action in the chat.
Oh yeah. There's a lot, and I'm falling behind a bit, and we've got
Say if you go all the way back up to where disaster area.
We've got a newcomer, and we've got a newcomer in the chat. Hello, Meatman 419. Good to see you. Heavy Metal is a great film on acid or shrooms.
It is, but you know what? Works just as well with a glass of scotch. Works just as well with a nice fat Johnny, and it works just as well stone cold sober. It really does. It's a movie I heartily encourage everybody to see at least once. It isn't for everyone. I admit that.
No. I don't think it would.
And when I say I encourage everyone, I mean like the people that would like the sort of things we like. Yes. If I was on, a knitting channel on YouTube, no, I wouldn't recommend heavy metal.
Of course not. No.
Here we can get away with it. So.
Oh yeah. You can talk. Yeah. Here you can talk about that all you want.
Tits. Yes. Let's talk about tits. We do not talk about tits enough. Are those indeed boobies on your dialect armor there? And if so, how many boobies do you have? You got to draw little nipples in on those things too for effect.
Oh man.
Give it a more feminine voice. We obey no one. We are the No, I can't do a girl's voice as a dialect. I can't do a girl's voice anyway.
Oh man. We obey no one. We are the superior beings.
Bitch. Okay.
So, all right, where was I? I think it was just before Christian Fanningy came in. Yeah.
Yeah, just before. I would have guessed because Potato Raven said, "Hey, son of a red shirt, I hit 245." He did say something earlier about it was a message to you about how he was stressed out or something his first year. Shit, I lost it. But okay, sorry, Potato. I don't have my glasses on, buddy.
I think it was no, it was after that. It was after Lorenzo said this. I'll just go from here.
He says dialect is a great guy. I should read this one. It sounds too self-congratulatory if you read it. Dialect is a great guy. He shows appreciation for all his subs. He really found his feet now and came out of his shell. He's made friends and goes on other streams. Yes, he does.
Yes, indeed, I do. Thank you, Revan. So yeah, and it does that in case you go crazy and off yourself on stream. It's rules since it happened on TV. There's a delay to cut you off before they see anything. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. Lorenzo says I can't see Red Shirt's avatar. Yeah.
Is that still a problem, guys?
Looking at the actual stream, unfortunately, it is.
I don't know what to do. I edit the audio avatar. I go to white nipple because it's the only other choice now. Oh, like I was saying before, I got locked into 2, and now like I'm on yours, it gives me the options, but I'm on my phone and I don't have any good avatar pictures on the phone.
Oh,
So
that
now I'll switch
sucks.
back from white nipple. Maybe edit my name. Did you put your name? Put my name up.
Your name. Oh, so
Or
all
our
right.
names. I don't know if you can do it individually or not. It doesn't matter. But I'm just wondering if that'll shake it.
To get the names up, I just gotta turn this off. There we go.
Okay.
AKA Dolly 452. Oh, that's very good.
Well, that didn't shake anything loose, unfortunately. So I thought it maybe just if you refreshed it by putting on the name or something would do something. But what do I know about StreamYard? Apparently, fuck all. So what are you watching now, Dialect? Have you been watching, if you don't mind my asking, and I'm only asking because I'm really surprised more people are watching this. Have you given any time to Gennady Tartakovsky's new series, Primal?
Primal. No, I've not been watching it, but I have heard of it. I know it's a thing, and I'm a bit of a fan of Tartakovsky's because I used to watch quite some of his shows.
He's had quite a few, hasn't he?
As a kid, I mean, one of my favorite shows when I was a kid was Dexter's Laboratory.
Dexter's Laboratory, sure.
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls before that. He did Samurai Jack.
The Powerpuff Girls, exactly. And Samurai Jack, yeah.
And Samurai Jack. He also did the Clone Wars, the original animated series.
He did that? Wow.
He did that, and that introduced us to General Grievous.
That's where we first met Grievous.
Yeah.
In that original Clone Wars miniseries.
Right. But guys, I'm telling you, he's knocking it out of the park with this one. Check out Primal. It is totally worth your time. I don't want to say too much because it looks like nobody else has seen it, which I'm really depressed over. Well, not really depressed, but like I really think people should be giving the show a chance. And if they do, you'll want to talk about it. It's fantastic.
Well, don't worry.
Some of the best. Sorry, mate.
Actually, yes, I have been meaning to watch it for a while. I just not got.
Can you bring up any stills?
Well,
do you have that ability? I don't want to pressure you if you don't. Some people are good at that. Other people aren't.
I understand. You mean like just
share images and shit like that?
Sharing a screen. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, if you went to Google and typed in Primal, you get some images, so at least people would have a visual clue to what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I can. Yes, I can. I'm on my laptop. I stream from. I usually live stream from my laptop. So yes, I can do that. I can share screen. So if do you want me to do that right now?
If you wouldn't mind, it would kind of help. I think some visual images.
Okay. All right, I'll do it. Sure.
Put a little sizzle on the steak, as they say. As Dialect is bravely working on his computer down there, do you mind if I bang out some of the chats?
Well, I'm sorting this out. Okay, sure.
Okay, looking back. Yep, Dialect is right, but I don't mind either way, says Hakim. Dialects get around, says Disaster. Potato Raven, he has a forever seat on Potato Raven. Oh, that's sweet. He's talking to you. You got a forever seat on his show. He's not talking to me. I know that. Hasn't invited me on once. Disaster area. It's blank on screen. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
Hakme or Hakim. I keep reading Hakame. Hakim.
Forever seat on. Thank you, Evan. Yeah, he has made me. He has made me a permanent guest on his live stream. I'm welcome on.
That's lovely.
His anytime.
It's funny. Back like when I first met you two guys, I didn't know if you knew each other or not, but I knew you two would get along. Like when I was first coming into the community, and I'd met you both independently on different channels, and given your sense of humor and you both like a lot of the same things. Not exactly the same things, but quite a bit. Are you getting an echo? Is that me? How could I be given an echo? I don't have anything else on.
Echo. I don't see. I don't think that could be an echo coming from my end because
Testing, testing.
I
Yeah,
have,
I'm
yeah.
just getting a
I mean,
weird little.
I have the stream on my tablet, like I said, but I have it muted, so there's no
Okay.
echo from there.
All right. Let me just. I might go silent for a second. I'm just going to shut down other apps on my phone. 1 second, please.
Okay. All right. All right. Here we go.
Hello?
Here, all right. Here's.
Okay, here we go. Great. Primal. This is Gennady Tartakovsky, if I'm not mispronouncing his name. I'm not that great with European names.
No, you pronounced it right.
Right. Now, to simplify this show, it revolves around a caveman and a dinosaur and the friendship they evolve. Now, I know on the surface that sounds crazy. We're all pretty confident in our belief that even Cro-Magnon man didn't overlap dinosaurs. There's millions of years separating there. And for a little while, that kind of bothered me. The storytelling in this show, however, is fucking fantastic. And it's only at the end of, I think, the second season before anybody actually says anything. There's no script in this. This is storytelling without words. This is just, it is exactly what it is, primal. And watch the first episode, you're going to see why they called it. It can be brutal at times. But once you're watching it, you can't take your eyes off this show. The two main characters are this Cro-Magnon guy, Spear. They call him Spear. He's never called Spear in the thing, but they got to give him a name. And this T-Rex called Fang that has a unusually large kind of fang growing out from her lower jaw. They meet through mutual shared tragedy. He's out hunting one day. He comes home to find his family in the process of getting massacred by a bunch of dinosaurs. And while he fights them bravely, he can't get to them before they get to his kids and his wife. He loses his whole family. He kind of snaps and he goes nuts. And in tracking these things down, he stumbles across the other dinosaur, Fang, whom he mistakes for one of the dinosaurs at first. He realizes she's guarding young, and then it comes to him that it can't have been that dinosaur. At that moment, the other three dinosaurs, the ones responsible, they've circled back and they're coming for Spear. They end up attacking them both. They kill the dinosaur's babies. The dinosaur flips, and between the two of them team up and kill these young dinosaurs. And when the mother comes, the mother's like 4 times the size of Fang. And it takes the two of them to bring this thing down. And from there, they go on a series of adventures where they're fighting the elements. They're fighting other creatures from the past. And as the story progresses, I don't want to give too much away, but if you're a fan of Marvel Comics, if you're a fan of the X-Men, think the Savage Land. And it turns out the whole Earth is like the Savage Land. And if you aren't a fan of Marvel Comics, the Savage Land is this place in Antarctica. It's covered, it's a massive valley bigger than the Grand Canyon, covered by like a sheet of ice that's kind of sunk down, and it's a place that's time forgot. It's got dinosaurs, it's got woolly mammoths, it's got saber-toothed tigers. And then you find out this primal place is a bit like this, but it's got different people. Eventually runs into different people from different lands, meeting up with different technologies, people that have language, people that are together and organized. But for the first season of the series, they confine it pretty much to the savagery of his corner of the world. And it is a fantastic show. Guys, I cannot say enough about this. This really is worth your time. Hakeem, I don't know if you wrote this before I mentioned it, but there is very little audio in it. There is very little script. It's mostly grunts and stuff until you get to the second season, where I don't want to give too much away, but he runs into people that have developed language. And as I say, the story progresses from that, but it's fucking magic. It is, boys. You will not go wrong. Give this a try. It's got my highest recommendation. Very entertaining. You've got a still shot up now. This is from the 4th season, which they're in the middle of. I'm again, I don't want to give too much away because part of the fun is in the discovery, is in the journey.
I thought there was only 2 seasons.
All right, no. I think it's the 3rd season, or is it the 2nd season? I don't know. No, I think it's. Sorry, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Slip of my tongue. It's the 2nd season. They're in the 2nd season now. Sorry, I had a brain fart there, but
it's all right.
Yeah, they're only 2 seasons in, but yeah, it took the whole 1st season. Why? Part of the reason I confused this is God bless Adult Swim. I love this company sometimes, and I get frustrated as hell with them the next, because these are the people that bring us Rick and Morty, the Venture Brothers.
Right. Yeah.
Some great quality entertainment that's geared to people in our mindset, but they give the creators as much time as they want. And with COVID and everything, season 1 aired in 2019. Season 2 just came out like 2 months ago, So it's a frustratingly long wait. I honestly, for a while, I thought the series had been canceled. But somebody had posted up some early scenes of season 2 on YouTube. And being an idiot, I didn't watch them because thinking, oh, well, this will come on the streaming service soon enough and I'll see it in perfect quality. I don't want to wreck it. It got taken down 2 days later. Then nothing came up for over a year. So it's a tough one to catch. I don't know where you guys would catch it. To be completely frank, boys, money's a little tight for me. So I do indulge in the occasional pirating streaming type service. But
I'm not gonna judge you for that because I do plenty of that myself.
Right. The I don't know. You ever go to what is it? M4U Free or F2 movies? They're pretty reliable. Lots of pop-ups, but once you navigate your way through those, and F2 movies has the most complete. They've got Primal absolutely up to date. So.
Right. Well, I might. Yeah. I might know. I think there is a site I know where I might be able to watch all the episodes for free.
Right. I can send you a link to the one I use if you're willing to give it a shot. Like I say, once you master the pop-ups, the way they come, it's like a series of 6. You eliminate those, and then you're good for the whole episode.
This looks like. I mean, this looks. I will say this screenshot here looks like a really touching moment.
Yeah. Oh, there is. There's so much pathos. There's so much heart. It's beautiful sometimes, and it's savage some other time. And the creatures and the imaginative adversaries. They put this. I think it's the 3rd or 4th episode. They find themselves in a tall grassy field being attacked by these little mini velociraptors, and these things are going nuts, and they're fighting them off, and they charge out of the field. They come across these monkey people that are absolutely terrified to shit, and they don't know why. And then it's dusk, and then suddenly from the sky something swoops down and smashes these monkey people. They end up having to fight these giant fucking bat creatures, which are 9 feet fucking tall with a wingspan of 18 feet, and right. they take all their prey up to their mountaintop Erie, which is this straight, almost mile long, tall bit of rock that juts out into the top of it. This 6-ton tarantula lives, and it has a symbiotic relationship with these bat creatures where they bring it prey, and it preserves the prey by webbing it up, cocooning it. Yeah. And so the bats can eat it or drink it dry later, and so can the spider.
I see.
And they get dragged up and they got to deal with this fucking thing. Another episode, I don't want to spoil too much. I don't want to overtalk it. I really hope you give it a chance. I promise you, it is worth your time. You will. It's one of those things you're going to want to sit down and watch the first 3 episodes in a row. And it really will knock your breath out how much action, adventure, how much wit, how much pathos, how much feeling that they put in, considering there is zero dialogue other than some grunts and growls.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've heard. I've heard. I have heard people. I think I've heard Doomcock talking about this show, and he's saying like how amazed he was with how well they were able to tell a story and portray so much intense emotion without saying a single word. And
I tried to get our old buddy Spockney involved in this. Unfortunately, I got as far as Caveman and Dinosaur, and then he was that couldn't have happened. That would never exist. You can't talk to him about it anymore. He knows he doesn't like it. So, but I encourage everybody else, please keep an open mind. If you can get past that, yes, it's not supposed to be historically accurate. I don't think they're suggesting that at all. This is more like a fantasy land, but a very engaging one you can lose yourself in cheerfully for hours at a time. A few people in the chat seem to have seen it. There's a fella out here. Anti-derivative Jill is broadcasting. How dare she? That bitch.
I don't believe it.
No.
Jill just went live at the same time as
Jill
me. I don't believe
went live. I can't believe. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. You think you know a girl? I'm teasing. She's like the sweetheart of the community. Everybody loves anti-derivative.
It's the captain and I have dubbed her the queen of YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had that kind of power. Could you dub me better phone service or better internet access? But let me see. It's just looking down in some of the chats here. A few of the people have seen the show, it looks like. There's a new gentleman here. Actually, he might be old. I don't know, but I've only met him recently, and I'm going to butcher your name, dude. Skogli Jotun. Skogli Jotun.
Skogli Jotun, one of my more recent subscribers. Good to see Skogli.
Yeah, he's always chiming in. He gets what was he saying about Canada? I can't read that.
If you live in Canada, you can pirate stuff with absolute impunity. For those companies have zero jurisdiction in Canada. You don't even need to use a VPN. Wow.
Yeah, that's the truth. You and me, both Canucks. Toronto over here, brother. Where are you from? Primal is great. You've seen Primal too.
Okay, at least you're lucky in that respect.
Hey, Potato. No, one. That's all he needs on this channel, buddy. Him. That's it. He just wrote down LOL 140 subs, no DOMs.
140 subs, no DOMs.
He is the Dom. Don't you get it? Where's Gimps?
Oh, now I get it. Subs, DOMs.
And now you get it. Jesus.
Oh, no.
Are you asleep?
God damn it.
Skogli's out in Calgary. Cheers, buddy. Love Calgary. Well, I've only been there once, but I had a good time.
I think we've probably seen it. If the discussion on Primal's done, I'll get rid of that.
Hey, type in how to pronounce your name, if you don't mind, phonetically. I don't like butchering anybody's name.
How to pronounce
it's an interesting name. I don't know where you're from, brother. If you don't mind sharing that with us too. Is it like a Nordic type name?
Oh, Jotun, yeah.
It sounds like it could be.
Actually, he says you nailed it. You nailed it on the first try.
Skogli
Jotun.
Skogli Jotun. Okay. An unusual name, easy to remember. I'm not sure. Is it? I'm not getting personal here. I'm just curious. because a
So-
lot of us, you'll see Potato Raven, Son of a Red Shirt, Dialect 451. Some of us go with this alternate kind of avatar thing because it's fun. Is Skogli like a Nordic type hero, or is that your real name? Or if you don't want to share that information.
hang on. He says.
Oh, he answered it before I even asked
He
the
says
question.
it's a pseudonym.
Oh. You'd be interested in Destiny 2 as me and a friend from January. Potato is asking you a question.
Okay. Question from
Last one.
Dollar question. Would you be interested in Destiny 2 with me and a friend from Jan? Is that January? Destiny 2. I think I've heard of that game. I've never played it. Remind me, Revan. What kind of game is Destiny 2?
I'm sure if it's taken up Potato's time, it's a lot of fun, but I can't say I've heard of it myself.
I know I've heard of it from somewhere.
I'm not the biggest gamer, to be frank. I got nothing against gaming. I just, right now where I live, I don't got the setup for it. My Wi-Fi's so spotty. I can't even play like computer games. Phone games sometimes.
Yeah, I've always loved video games. Been playing them my whole life. I mean, ever since I was a little kid, since I got my first one of my very first little game thing, which I think
What was your first electronic game for the television? Or computer or whatever. I don't know what you had first.
If you're talking about the first proper console for a TV, which I plug into a TV, I think the first proper console like that was a PlayStation 2.
Okay. PlayStation 2. Okay.
I mean, I always wanted. I think I wanted the original PlayStation, but we never got one. Yeah, I only ever got the chance to play on one of those whenever I came across one in a game shop, or if I went to around to someone's house who happened to have one. But then eventually we did get a PlayStation 2. My first proper console that I actually owned, I think it was a PlayStation 2. I shared it with my brother, and I hated sharing it with my brother.
Of course. I'm a little bit older than you, in case you haven't noticed. But my first console game was I believe, the first name video game I got, because I had one first that was kind of a no-name one. My dad picked it up for me when I was a little kid. I was only about 6 or 7, and it was we had a ColecoVision.
If you'd asked me what was my first game console ever of any kind, I think it would have probably been a Game Boy.
Okay, Game Boy.
Yeah, Game Boy.
I'm saying that's great. And I remember the Game Boys, the first iterations where they were the little green and gray screens with the pixel characters, basically.
Yeah, that was the original Game Boy. Yeah.
Yeah. The stuff I had predates a bit of that, like the ones you'd hook up to. I had a little black and white TV in the room when I was a small child, and my dad brought this thing home. It's one of those ones that had Pong on and Hi-Li, and it was just a black screen with little white dots on it.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I know what you're talking about, the Pong.
Right. Yeah, super simple game. I think you get it for free on Google. Like if you just go to Google and type in Pong, they just give you a Pong game or something to play. Like it's like 4 megabytes of information. There's like 9 lines of code in it, and 3 of them involve its title. It's very simplistic game. And then the next generation one I got had infrared, you plugged in this gun to the console, and the gun looked all badass. It looked like something James Bond would have taken off a Russian officer to, go kill the premier. But this
Right.
thing,
Yeah.
and it was like the early version of Duck Hunt, but all it was is this white square that would fly across, and you randomly click the thing, and just it would go beep and psh, beep. And after about 9 hours of that, you go out. Your mother would make you go outside to play, and you come back. You should be very apologetic, but somehow it fell into the mop bucket, and now it's unusable. You can't ever play that beep beep. You drive her fucking insane.
Wow.
My toys, but some of them would drive her insane with those idiotic music and stuff that would come out. But do you remember the Atari 2600? That was my first color video game.
The Atari 2600. I've heard of the Atari. Yeah, but
this is like the granddaddy of when they started to get serious. This is like the very first time they got their shit together. They came out with a console. It had, games you could pop in, take out.
Right.
The joysticks were super basic. The term joystick, they got, from military jets, but it was first applied to these controllers because it was like, it was one button and a straight up joystick. And they had tanks. They had car racing games. They had Indiana Jones. I remember that, Raiders of the Lost Ark. They had a Atari 2600 Raiders of the Lost Ark game. And if you watch this today, somebody mentioned acid and shrooms earlier in the conversation. You would just think you're on the worst acid trip. Lots of flashing lights. I don't know how many seizures this one game must have sent thousands of children into, but just nonstop flashing lights and some primary colors and a very bad pixelated Indiana Jones that was like all black. And the only way he looked different is because he had this penis-looking whip and he had a hat. Nobody else did, right? Like, it's just as basic as you could get. If you draw a stick figure, there was more character in life in that than there was. But looking at the chat there, guys, going back, what was your first console that you remember having? With Dialect, he says it was an old Game Boy, the old school Game Boy.
Well, it wasn't.
But
technically, it wasn't. It wasn't the original Game Boy. I think it was. It was the small. It was the Game Boy Pocket, which was. It was just the same as the original, but it was just. It was miniature. It was slightly miniature. It was smaller.
I promise you, brother, nobody's gonna call up your mom or your brother and fact check this. Did Dialect actually have the original Game Boy, Mrs. Dialect?
No,
my son lies. He lies. He lies. No.
No. Like I said, like I said, it was smaller. It was colored. It actually came in different colors, but how it worked, it was exactly the same as the original Game Boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was your favorite game?
Oh, easily Pokemon.
Right. And you were a first generation Pokemon kid?
Yeah, definitely. Red, blue, and yellow. That was me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because Pokemon's been with us for what, 25 years now?
Yeah.
Been 25 years?
Over 20 years, yeah. Long time.
Right. Yeah, it's got legs, definitely. What did you think of the movie with Ryan Reynolds?
The
Pikachu's Big Adventure. So Detective Pikachu, yeah.
The Detective Pikachu movie.
Right.
I honestly, when I saw the trailers for that, I was like, "What the hell is this?" Because this isn't Pokemon. Because and well, seriously, those trailers turned me off because it was like that. Why give Pikachu the voice of Ryan Reynolds?
Right. My best guess in real life is just because, he's one of the bigger celebrities out there that was willing to do it. Like get name recognition for the parents. Oh, well, at least Ryan Reynolds is in it. So when we take the kids, it'll be amusing for them, little tiny little kids don't give a fuck about Ryan Reynolds. They like Deadpool, but they don't, Ryan Reynolds is a person who gives a fuck. But for adults, yeah, okay, I know who Ryan Reynolds is. He's charming. Sure, I could sit through this movie with the kids, I guess. Just because I did ask a couple of questions, if you don't mind, I'm just going to burst through a couple of chats here. Going back with Skogli, he says the Yoys in the bloodline of the frost giants in Norse mythology, Jotun. So I'm assuming Yoys was a mistake, a autocorrect mistake. The Jotun in the bloodline of the frost giants in Norse mythology. Okay, so there's you got a cool background to your name. And his is much cooler than mine. Taylor Raven says, first-person shooter. You're a resurrected guardian who has to kill a series of aliens for the sake of creation itself. Okay. Taylor Raven. I thought Son of a Red Shirt's first video game was painting on the walls in France. LOL. You're talking about those cave paintings, are you? Fuck you, Potato Raven. That was my grandmother.
I said about my first Pokemon game. I actually played the very first Pokemon games. Actually, the first two I had were red and yellow. I actually still have them. All these years later, I actually still have my copies of Pokemon Red and Yellow.
Are they do you keep them for nostalgic reasons? Can you still play them? Do you have the system?
I don't have my original Game Boy anymore, but at least I do have a Game Boy. I still have a Game Boy Advance that I can play them on.
Right. Well, then they're worth keeping, right?
Yeah, I think they're worth keeping. I didn't want to get rid of them.
Well, you enjoyed them that much. I mean, honest to gosh, I go into my storage locker, and I still have my my X-Wing from Star Wars. My mother bought me for Christmas one year, or my birthday rather. Do I play with it? No, but she bought it for me. I love my mother, and she's not with me anymore. And I'm being rude to the new white nipple, BK Dan.
And we finally have our second guest for this stream. My good friend BK Dan. Welcome. How you doing? Dan, can you hear me?
Are you muted, buddy?
No, he's not muted.
Maybe on his own headphones or something.
Oh, he's gone.
Yeah. Technical difficulties there. Well, I'm glad you took fucking 0.0 seconds to hide your relief that somebody else has shown up. Oh, thank God you're here. Sweet Jesus. I've had this idiot talking into my ear for almost an hour. Where have you been, BK?
Oh, come on. It wasn't like that. He says Dan says in the chat, sorry, tech issues. That's okay, Dan.
Right. Yeah. This is God telling you he doesn't want you to stream today. Dan. A vengeful God. He's angry with you for some reason. Now I've given Dan something to worry about. Let's move on with the chats. Right. Hakeem says, my first console was the second version of the NES. Then I got a Sega Genesis. All my friends had those. N64. All my friends had those. GameCube, Dreamcast, PS2. And my last console was a PS2 Slim. Anybody remember the Commodore 64? My best friend had one of those and he lorded it over me. Because he could do his taxes. He was fucking 9. Skogli says, oh, sorry, mate.
I've never played on a, I think I may have played on a Sega Genesis once. Don't think I've played on the.
Well, they were the ones that had Sonic the Hedgehog, weren't they?
Yeah,
that was their big game.
Yeah. Sega's big thing was Sonic. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, that was pretty popular, and I think they've made like 2 or 3 Sonic the Hedgehog movies, haven't they? Isn't Jim Carrey involved in that? Kind of resurrected his career, apparently.
There's been 2 live action Sonic the Hedgehog movies, and I think there's a third one. There's definitely a third one in the works.
Right.
because and I've seen both movies and I really enjoyed them.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Jim Carrey was in both movies as well as Dr. Robotnik or Dr. Egg or Eggman or whatever you want to call him.
Okay, and now I know you don't have the most vast wealth of experience with film and cinema, but how was Jim Carrey? Did he hold up? Is he still holding up after all this time? Because I didn't see it.
Oh, I think he was fantastic as Dr. Robotnik.
Mm-hmm.
I think he pulled off the part brilliantly.
And is Dr. Robotnik a character from Sonic, or was he a creation for the movie?
He's the arch villain of Sonic.
Okay. So yeah, he's well established in the lore. He wasn't
absolutely.
Just
oh yeah, he's massive. He's greatly established. Robotnik.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
He's
okay. Well, good for him because with Jim,
he's Sonic's main villain. He's the big villain. He's the big bad of Sonic, Dr. Robotnik.
Okay. All right.
And
I see Scogly's a little jealous here because Hackney was going on. He had like everything. And poor Scogly says, I remember the year that all my friends got the original NES. My parents never bought us stuff like that. I bought myself a Super Nintendo from the local pawn shop. I got myself a couple of PlayStations and stuff like that from the local pawn shop too. It was so much easier. Once you learn patience and you're in your 20s, you don't really give a fuck if, you don't get the newest thing. All my stuff was always like 5 years behind.
Is this better?
Yes, we can hear you now, Dan.
Okay, good. Apparently StreamYard wanted me to sign in first.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they do that sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, and Yoshin says Robotnik is Sonic's Bowser. Yeah, he is, because he's like the big villain. He's the big main villain you have to beat at the end of pretty much at the end of every Sonic game. Like Bowser's the big bad at the end of every Mario game.
Yeah, he's BBEG. He's BBEG. Yeah, big bad evil guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, a lot
That's
of D&D.
an acronym.
Sorry, a lot of D&D for me. So, Dungeons and Dragons, BBEG, big bad evil guy.
Okay.
I think on that subject, I think you were asking me Jim Carrey was good. Yeah, he was good in those movies, but there's the thing. I think he actually said that Sonic 2 would be his last movie before he retired.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's right. He did say that a while ago.
Well, Jim Carrey's got to be what, in his mid-60s?
Yeah, I think he would be by now.
I guess if he wants to retire, if he's sitting on a big pile of money, as I think he is, why not?
Just like Harrison Ford's talking about this is his last bout is Indiana. Indiana Jones. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping beyond hope that it's going to be great. I know we all are, but fuck me.
But again, I think he definitely went out in style with the character like Robotnik for his last role. The only thing is though, if he's retiring, are they gonna bring Robotnik back for the third film, or is it just gonna be Sonic fighting against Shadow like as it was revealed at the end of the second film? Sorry, spoilers, everybody who haven't seen Sonic 2. We get a glimpse of Shadow the Hedgehog at the end of the second film.
I heard that. Right. Yeah. But again, that may not be a bad thing either. If the writing's not there, and I'm sure we can all agree to this, that no matter what it is we love, whether it's Doctor Who, Star Trek, Sonic the Hedgehog, if the story's not there, the movie's not going to be there. And
it's definitely not.
Yeah. It all starts with story. That's where it begins. And if you don't got a good story, then great. So hopefully, and I'm saying this is not a particular Sonic Hedgehog fan. I got nothing against it. But, I played the game. when I was a teenager, sort of thing, and that's it. Like I don't know anything about the lore or the backstory, anything.
Well,
And
I
I
mean,
literally haven't played the game since I was a kid. So
well, I know.
you know.
Well, I know a thing or two about Sonic. I mean, I've played a few of the games. I've watched like a few of the Sonic cartoons, and of course I've now recently seen the live action Sonic movies. I think they did Sonic pretty well in these live
Mhm.
action movies.
Sonic himself is done well. Or are you talking about the overall?
I'm talking. I think. I think well, both the character of Sonic and the bringing in getting the lore down and bringing in some of the legacy characters, especially in the second film when they brought Tails in. It was great seeing Tails.
Right.
Okay.
Oh boy. So BK Dan, is there anything interesting that you've been? We were talking about Primal earlier. We've just been talking about Sonic. Any new thing you're bringing to the table that you want to talk about?
Oh, I just got in and got up a little bit ago. I haven't been way behind. I was up getting ready for my game tomorrow, so I got
Your
D&D
gig?
tomorrow. Game.
Oh, game.
D&D game tomorrow.
Oh, D&D game. Oh,
Yep.
wow! Congratulations. Good luck with that. What character are you? What's your character?
Well, I'm playing 5e right now, and I have a warlock.
5e.
Yeah, 5e, the most current edition.
Okay, I'm asking, are you playing like a dwarf, a warrior, an elf, a thief?
Dragonborn, so he's part dragon. Warlock fighter, so he's a caster and a melee fighter. It's kind of a gish where he's both at the same time.
Huh. Being half dragon, how does he get laid?
Very carefully, like porcupines kissing.
Yeah, I'd have to imagine. There's a great breadth of fantasy and stuff like this, but when you look at certain creatures in mythology, in things like D&D and stuff, and I'm not sorry as I'm saying this, it occurs to me you might think I'm shitting on D&D. I'm not. I don't mean it like that at all. I was just saying when you hear stuff like, I'm a half dragon, half paladin who does. How the fuck did that happen? How does anybody become a half dragon? Again, I'm not trying to be shitty. I'm just, how did your day begin? How do you get out of bed in the morning?
If there's one myth, I gotta say, if there's one mythical creature that I've absolutely had a great love and fascination for my whole life, it's dragons. I love dragons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Which mythology though? Like an European or an Asian?
I think I've got a maybe I lean more towards European style dragons. Because I mean, nothing against Chinese dragons, but
are they more like traditionally? They're more like half snake, half reptile, half flying thing with birds' feet and stuff. A lot of the dragons you see, say, in the big festivals and parades where, they have competitions where you get 20 young men in the dragon costume and they go down the street and there's another 20 guys, another dragon costume, and they dance around each other sort of thing. Great fun. Quite often they're telling stories or there's, they're recreating something out of mythology or legend. But I have noticed that Asian dragons versus European type dragons versus even North American type dragons. When I say North American, all I mean by that is
Mesoamerican.
Sorry?
Mesoamerican, like
no. Although that's a good point too. They did have some too, didn't they? They had some kind of. Well, I don't know if it was truly a dragon or ever called a dragon. I think they were based in snakes mostly, but yeah, something similar. Giant flying snakes with claws.
The serpent gods.
Serpent gods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quetzalcoatl, I want to say.
Quetzalcoatl, yes.
Quetzalcoatl.
Very, very, very similar to the Norse mythology as far as Loki goes, as far as their pantheon and
But
their mythos behind them.
have you noticed that with a lot of that Mesoamerican culture from Central America down to South America, a lot of it mirrors certain aspects of Asian are sometimes directly Chinese culture. Dragons is one. I saw an interesting thing, and they theorized that thousands of years ago, Chinese explorers or Chinese sailors eventually found their ways to the shores of Central and South America. And whether it was by accident or design, some stayed long enough and intermingled with the culture that they had some small influence. And that's why these archaeologists feel you can find dragon mythology and stuff in both those cultures. They drew some other parallels too, but it was interesting. I hadn't heard that theory before.
They recently, by recently I mean about 3 or 4 months ago, it popped across my news feed. In I want to say western U.S., like Southern California or mid California, found remains of a 38,000-year-old human here in Connecticut. I mean, here in the States. So that was California, and that way predates the land bridge. And they did some genetic testing, and they found Asian DNA in that. So yeah, that's a very strong possibility that there was a lot of influence from there.
That's yeah, it's definitely a topic for some debate, but the evidence they found is quite compelling and interesting, without a doubt. I'm sorry, I'm a tad distracted dealing with some IRL shit, but yeah. So this weekend's upon us, boys. Any plans?
Well, I think I've got plenty of stuff. I've got plenty of shows I want to watch. I want to catch up with. I've got so any number one of those would probably get me through the weekend nicely. I've got my ricing. I've got a good deal of my ricing I need to do. Because I've been kind of putting that off for the last week or so.
Do you mind if I ask? Is this personal writing? Are you working on? Is this a project of some description, or just real life bullshit you got to get through?
It's just no. It's just something it's just fan fiction. I'm a fanfic. I'm a fan fiction writer, and it's something I started doing quite a while ago, long before I ever started doing YouTube.
Right.
And it's something I mainly do because I'm passionate about what I'm writing those stories about, really.
Okay, but buddy, you got me on the edge of my seat. Are we talking like teenage Asian porn? Are we talking fan fiction with what kind of fan fiction are we talking here? Help me out.
Oh boy.
If it's too personal, I withdraw the question. If you're not ready to share, I understand.
Well, I have actually shared this before on other streams. So I just write my
what is it based on a movie? Is it?
They're based on a cartoon show.
Okay. My Little Pony.
Yes.
I know you and Moise hang out quite a bit, and it wouldn't surprise me if he had My Little Pony fan fiction. But seriously, what is it? If I'm pushing too hard, just say so, and I'll drop the line. But I am interested, and especially, this is an outlet for your creativity. So,
Yeah, that's what it kind of is. Yeah, that's kind of why I do it as a it is a it is a bit of an outlet for my imagination and yeah.
Mhm.
And
Do you ever? Sorry.
and if and not all my one or two of my stories are you could say they're you could say the best way to think is erotic. Yeah,
Oh.
but not all of them. Not all of
No,
them.
it's not. It's not out and out
Not,
smut. There's a little bit
that
of
yeah,
adult.
at least one of my stories, and maybe soon another one, are generally outright smut. Yes, but not all of them.
Not all of them.
Most of my stories, they're mostly adventure stories.
Okay. Cool.
Most, um, As well, actually, I suppose the best word for them, they're crossover stories, because they're crossovers of My Little Pony and other franchises I like. Like, for example, put one of my stories is a Doctor Who story, and
Okay.
with with I have my own version of the Doctor, my own incarnation of him, who
Is it a self insert? Be honest. If we were to see a picture of your doctor, would he look a lot like you, just wearing a funny coat and hat, holding a sonic screwdriver?
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't look like he wouldn't. He wouldn't look like me. No,
No. Oh.
not exactly. He isn't. I did base him on on an original character I use in my stories. I did base his look on that. So I guess technically you could say it kind of is a self insert, but not exactly, because he doesn't. Because I'm actually trying to because I've done it in a way he kind of fits in with the MLP setting.
Yeah. I'm just bringing this to your attention. We've lost BK Dan temporarily. He's written down here, sorry, more tech issues. Don't know what's going on. Can hear, but can't speak. Going to do a restart and hope for a fix. So.
Okay. Fair enough,
Poor Danny.
Dan.
That's frustrating. So frustrating when you got tech issues and you just want to, have a pleasant chat. Chat with the lads, so to speak.
Yeah. So. I have to be honest. I'm not sure how much longer I can keep this stream going, because I've started this quite late in the evening for me, and
what time is it for you?
It's almost half seven in the evening here.
Oh, okay. It's like almost half 2 in the afternoon for me. I'm in Toronto.
Right. So, I'll be having
big time difference.
Well, should be having my, going to have my evening meal soon. So
sure.
So I'll have to end the stream by then.
Well, if you blow it quick, you could drop by Jilly's stream, and I know she'd have you on there, and then you can go and say, Jill, why I had 50 people on, 50 people in the chat. You show up, boom, they're all gone. I'm down to 7. So you destroyed my stream tonight, Jill. How could you do that to me? Make her feel really bad.
No, I wouldn't.
This is the evil me coming out.
I couldn't. No, I couldn't.
I
couldn't do that to Jill. I know you are. I know you are. I wouldn't do that to Jill.
But she has. She does have some people going. I just dropped. In and saw she was streaming. It wasn't.
Is she still live right now? Yes, she is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and she's only been at it for less than 40 minutes, and I can't tell who's on. If Scotty's there though, he can talk a mouthful, so they'll be busy for a while.
Oh yeah, he can definitely.
Yeah. Nice chap. Nice chap. Quite chatty, but nice chap.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep. I'm probably gonna keep this going until I actually get cooled down. So all right, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about my story, my fan fiction stories.
Yeah, that combine characters from the universes of,
like I said,
several different universes.
Most of my stories are generally like I said, they're crossover stories, which is and a crossover story is literally that. It's a crossover between oh, look who's here. Hey, Revan.
Finally made it.
We finally made it.
2 seconds before you appeared, I read your message. I'm on my way to my PC. LOL, don't go. Thinking that's cryptic, and then boom, he appears.
I'm not going yet, Revan. I'm not going
don't
yet.
Go, Mama. Mama, don't go. Oh, she's gone now. Crap. Okay, time to rate her stuff. So, Dalek, what I was saying is, so from January, I'm going to start doing gaming stuff on my channel.
Oh, great. Cool.
Destiny is cross-platform, PC, PlayStation, Xbox.
Oh, right. That's handy.
Yeah. So, basically what it is you're a guardian who's a guy who was resurrected from the dead, who has to save, basically, creation itself.
Wow.
By killing hordes upon hordes of aliens. There's even a Doctor Who reference in it.
There is?
Mm-hmm. There was a battle tank from a race called the Fallen, okay?
Right.
It's Dalek Green. And but the thing is, it goes boom, like when it shoots. But when it shoots and you hear the reverberations, it sounds like a Dalek after being hit by something. And it just turns around and it looks, and there's one spot in the Nightfall where 2 lights start flashing on the top of it when it's firing. It looks like a Dalek.
Okay, is that better now?
Oh well, no, I can hear you.
Okay.
Welcome back, BK.
Sorry, Potato.
No worries. But Dalek, yeah, what I was saying is like me, Mary's game room, and I was saying if you wanted to, you'd be a laugh. If you become an Arc Warlock, you get Sith lightning powers.
Oh, really? Oh, that would be awesome.
Hold on. 1 sec. Arc Warlock.
Why would an Arc Warhog have lightning powers?
Warlock.
Oh.
Darling, may I share my screen?
Only if it's porn.
Dragon
It's
porn.
the worst type. It's Christian porn.
Uh-oh.
But no.
Christian
God,
porn.
no. Oh, God, no.
I promise I wouldn't do that. This is an Arc Warlock.
Oh, nice.
You're an anime fan. The Destiny community refers to this as Hamehameha.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, let me clarify. Yes, I'm an anime fan, but I'm not a Dragon Ball fan.
I want to go home. But Dark, so these are the supers, right? This is a directional one. Well, this one is chain, and it hits like every enemy it can reach. I have cleared an entire room by myself of enemies.
Wow, that sounds awesome. I'd love to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you would. Like, and the thing is, we're gonna be starting from the first DLC, so you wouldn't be going in like what we do when we're on the new one, going, "Dog, you don't know what to do," or blah blah. We'd be literally starting off from day one type stuff. Well, it's not day one. It's they got rid of a lot of content because of the size of the game, but the first DLC available, and we'll be bringing it through, and we're going to be calling it Fumbling Through Destiny.
Fumbling Through Destiny. Oh, that's good. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, guess I'll have to get this game and so I can join you for
There
that.
is a free to play version if you want, which could get you through the it'll get you the 1520 armor. If you downloaded it today, I can help you get the armor tomorrow for free, and we can also run you through like Gambit and Crucible, get you used to the guns and the class, all for
Right.
free.
Okay. Sounds great.
Yeah. Just the thing, it's like 90 gigabytes. The game's huge.
Wow. I guess
90 gigabytes.
Yeah.
Sweet tap dancing mother. You got to buy yourself a whole storage system to play the game. That's insane.
19.
I'm sure it must be
gigs.
great.
Yeah.
90
90,
gigabytes.
90.
Huge. Yeah, that's massive.
It's
Yeah, the game is
insane.
it's an insanely big game. It's one of the biggest games on the market at the moment.
That's what she
Wow.
Yeah. Like,
That's a commitment. You must
Oh,
really
it is.
love this game.
oh, I do. Oh, and Dalek, at Halloween, you can buy it, a Harry Potter racing broom.
Really?
Yeah, I have one. That's what I'm riding around on. I got it last year. You get a motorbike. Sadly, your motorbike can't fight, but it goes really fast. And they come different ones, but yeah, you can buy it. Sadly, you'd have to use real money, but it's only like what, £10, a bit less.
And that's in this game in Destiny
Yes.
2. Speaking
Yes.
of, speaking of stuff like this, have you ever come across a game? Because I recently purchased a game off Steam for my laptop. Have you heard of a game called Teardown, Revan?
No.
Well, basically, it's this. I guess you could say it's kind of like the style of it's. I guess a little bit like Minecraft. I guess because. But basically, the name of the game speaks for itself. All you do is you literally just go around different levels and tasks, and you just literally destroy things. just destroy everything.
For me, the main thing I'm
And-
doing right now is Destiny.
And
So
I
that
actually got, and for this game I got one of the add-ons you can get, one of the from Steam for this game, that one of the say mods you can get
yeah.
is a freaking lightsaber.
Oh god.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not just
Oh.
that, if you get the right one, you can also have Sith powers.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's the like in the new DLC we're getting new classes, so you can literally, if you say you choose Arc in Destiny, you can literally switch out, like, depending on which DLCs you've done, you get 4 classes that you can switch out at any moment.
Right.
In big combat.
Yeah, mid combat. I've literally done it. I was fighting an enemy who I realized was weak to solar. I hate solar, but I'm like, screw it. Boom, became a solar, and you get a flaming sword.
Wow, a flaming sword. Oh, that sounds amazing.
Dalek, do you want me to stream? I have the game here. It's on pause at the moment. I could share the screen for you and show you some of it.
Sure, yeah, let's see it.
Right, let me whack this. Let me whack it up. I won't share audio because I have my music on.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
See, I like to protect my little buddies.
Mm.
Also, congratulations on 140, Dalek. You've really put in the hard work.
Thank you.
And
Although
go ahead,
personally, I don't think I've put in that much hard work.
Dalek. Streaming and finding stuff to talk about is hard work. Plus, I mean, look at the chat. Look at me. You've earned a seat on a couple of different channels.
I have.
Yeah, I mean, you made friends. You met Tokyo Trekker, right? On my
Tokyo
channel.
Trekker. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. I have to tell you privately what happened. He's no longer associated with any of us.
He's not. Oh,
Creeper.
What?
Okay.
Creeper. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
ask.
he's a creeper. Yeah, no, I won't tell you on stream. You know that way.
Fair enough.
Sorry about this. It just takes a while to get into the game.
You can tell
Yeah.
me once the stream's over.
I will do. Do.
Oh yeah, you Dalek. You were talking about just go ahead and like kill everything, murder everything. We have a phrase for that in Dungeons and Dragons: murder hobo.
There's no. Well, in the game I was
How
talking
many
about,
people get in your Dungeons and Dragons? I'm sorry.
Actually, in the game I was telling you about, there's no one else in it to actually kill, but basically you can destroy everything.
Oh yeah, it's still the same philosophy though. Kill them all like God sorted out.
It's literally and
Hey, Dalek.
basically, I mean, in the missions you play, what you have to do is you have to literally create a path of destruction so you can play a shortcut so you can get in and out as quick as possible and steal certain targets and objects and things and objectives and things like that.
Smash and grab.
Yeah, smash and grab. Yes, literally.
I like smash and grab.
Where is it now?
Okay, so what we got here?
Okay, so sorry, I was just setting up my character before I go places. So, this is me.
Would it be? Hang on. Would it be easy? Would it be better? Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer it like this or like this?
That way's good. So that's
Okay.
me. Me, look at me, look how pretty I am.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. Hold on now.
Lord,
You're
Lord
beautiful.
Lord Revan, I like that.
Waiting for it to load up. Sorry. There's my broom.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Hold on. I'll just show you a world quick. That's the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game's pretty huge.
We've
We
lost
lost
someone.
Son of a
Wait.
Red Shirt.
Some of the red shirt's gone. What happened to him?
I don't
He'll
know.
be back. He's just having some issues.
Ah, there it is. Yeah.
Your phone.
Yeah.
Ah, right. He says his phone's overheating. That's okay, Rod. It's Rod. Sorry, son of a. That's okay. Red shirt, come back. Just get back when you can. Why did I call him Rod?
I will be back in a minute. I'm being screamed for. Hold on. Coming!
I wasn't quite sure what he said. He's being something, and I heard screaming. I was like, "Oh, screamed for." Okay. Oh. So how you been?
Oh, I'm definitely I'm doing better than I was.
Okay.
I've gone.
It's been a minute since we talked, so yeah.
Yeah, it has been, hasn't it? Because it's been a while since you were last on one of my streams.
Oh, it's been quite a while since I've been on anyone's stream.
On anyone's, right?
Oh yeah. Just life has been kicking me in the butt. Well, you know some of the stuff's been going on, so yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Well, it's been. Well, I think I've been. It's been. I think it's been like. I haven't really been streaming much much the last couple of weeks. I mean, did like one stream on my channel, then I did a couple on the captains, but I haven't really not really anywhere else
okay.
until this stream.
Yeah, where I'm currently staying, I can't really stream. What for me is early in the morning, before like 8 or 9 in the morning, because it might wake my roomies. So
Right.
that precludes mid afternoon for you. That precludes me from being able to like hop onto Captain Phantom Nerd when he's on. Precludes me to hopping into the Captain stream too. So
Right.
I can listen and hop into chat. I can't really hop into stream.
Right. Okay. And right. I see. Right.
Yeah, yeah. My living situation should change relatively soon, so in a matter of a few weeks,
Well, that's good.
change again. Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. Uh, yeah. After the stream, I'll shoot you a DM through Twitter. Give you
Right.
some further explanation.
Okay.
Well, let's just say it's been nice and hectic.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well, I've been going. Well, obviously, I've been going through quite a bit of best word is grief this week because of well, mostly because of the Queen, and
Sunday was the anniversary for you, so yeah, wasn't it Sunday?
it was
An anniversary for you? Yeah, it was.
oh yeah, the anniversary of my
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
grandfather's death. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was that as well.
The anniversary for my mother is the 21st, so I can understand this time of year. And she died on my father's birthday, so yeah, that's always good stuff too.
Oh man,
It's gonna be 20 years on the 21st.
it was last.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. Okay.
The day. This
So-
is what happened. I mean, obviously, my granddad. Yeah, it was last Sunday. My
Was the anniversary? Yeah.
for the anniversary
Yeah.
of my granddad, which is which is really bad because it's like that particular day is also the same day that the big bad thing the big bad
Oh, yeah.
thing in New York happened.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So this is what you look like when you're fully armored. I mean, your armor can change, like get different helmets and things like that.
Yeah.
Now these ships are basically just fancy loading screens. They don't really mean much. Some people are now starting to not change them at all.
Okay.
No, Hakeem, I never actually saw the Queen in person. No.
Okay. So this is landing zone. Right, so it's a first-person shooter unless you're in the social zone. Then it switches over. These banners right here. That is for missions. Aha. Little shit, get back here. Yeah, like, and right now they're giving away armor to get you up to this level for free. When before you had to earn it, because in February they're increasing the maximum light level.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. See that grey bar above like my bullet numbers, like 9, I just reloaded. See that one? That grey bar loads up, and that is where your super comes from. But this whole area right here that I'm standing right now, this is free. What the? Who dare do that to me?
Wait, are you actually playing against other players right now?
And no, but there's other NPCs. Well, I could. You want me to show you PvP?
Well, you don't. Well, I'm not sure if I've got time to right now because I said about
Yeah.
my tea. Well, my dad just came in and basically said that my tea is here. It's waiting for me. So I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I'm afraid.
No worries. But Dalek, what do you think of it so far?
Well, it looks pretty good.
It is. There's a whole big story to it and everything. But you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wrap things up here. So so I'm just gonna have to so I'll just say
Well,
to
Yeah.
everybody
thank
who is
you for
watching.
having me in. Let me hop in. Yeah, thank
It
you.
was a pleasure, Dan. You're
Thank
welcome
you as
here.
well.
Welcome on anytime.
I just dropped a link to the stream that we're doing later on. 1 p.m. Irish/British Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're talking nostalgic movies. Oh, and Dalek, Dr. Alex and Stone Cold Loki are joining us, and Pacific 451.
Oh, all right. Dr. Alex will be there.
He said he will, but you know he's old. He needs his beauty sleep.
I think I'll join you for. Yeah, I'll try and join you for this one if I can. Right. So yeah, folks. That's the link to Potato Revan's stream over on his channel. And that's going to be at 1 a. That's going to be like, I guess that's 1 a.m. Yeah, that at GMT or like, so that'll be.
You're currently BST.
That'll be 7 p.m. on Eastern Time.
No, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Right, yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Central. And then,
yeah, come and join us. It's a good laugh. I'm trying to get my ass up to 250.
Right. So right. Well, anyway, thank you to. I really need to wrap this up. So
yeah.
Thank you to everybody in the chat. Everyone who came on the panel. I mean, Rod Thunderheart, where did you go? Why didn't you come and join us? And then
why didn't the captain come and join us?
I did send him a link, and I did message him. I didn't get a reply from him.
No, I'm just saying if he's watching. Like, why didn't you join us, Captain?
Why didn't you? Yeah, Captain. If you're watching this, why didn't you come up and join us?
You made Darren cry.
My captain.
But
no,
anyway,
if you say it's like Captain, my captain, you have to say cringy.
Well, anyway, like I say, thank you to everyone who came up here. Everyone came on the panel. Thank you, Revan. Thank you, BK. Thank you, Son of a Red Shirt, who was here just before. I'll be doing.
Yeah.
I think that's everything. So I'm gonna, like I said, I gotta go and have my tea. So from the service of Skaro, this is Dalek 451 signing off. I will see you all next time. Have a good night, everybody.
Later, Doc.